Hello, Ramley, another NFL family. I'm Peyote. I'm your Canadian Rams fan, and in this video, I'm going to react to your opinions. Yes, I posted this yesterday, this poll from the Peyote polls. 117 awesome people voted. And I asked the question, what Rams contract situation has you sweating the most? Let me know in the comments. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. And I am. That's why I'm like, you know what, let's do a video like this because I scour the internet, but I know that there's lots of intelligent Ram fans that watch this channel that have great opinions and great insights and perspectives on the team. And I thought, hey, let's take a look here. And a couple of people that aren't Rams fans too. And that's, we appreciate that. As long as you know what this channel is all about. But of the 117 votes, Matthew Stafford was 45%, the one that has people sweating the most. Cooper Kupp, Kyren Williams after that, or you know what? AJ Jackson beat out Kyren Williams. I guess Kyren Williams, because he is under contract for one more year, so there's an extension. Cooper Kupp, there's tension with the amount he's getting paid for the production that's there. AJ Jackson, probably, for those of you who care about the trenches, probably the highest priority, right? Like he's the Rams left tackle. So definitely things to consider about. I have not read these. I'm going to be reading these for the first time here, but I am going to start with the people that posted first, and I'll work my way up here. So we'll start right at the bottom here. I'm going to like them as I go along here. So at UBEB932, first person to post, said Stafford's contract potentially, possibly has the most impact on the team's cap. If I recall correctly, so really it's his situation that should be solidified first. Then Snead will know how much he'll have left for everybody else, for free agents, the draft, expiring veterans contracts, and renegotiations, etc., etc., etc. I'm hoping that Stafford realizes just how wealthy he already is and how much his family and friends love LA and make do with the amount that allows the team to build more around him, beginning with the nastiest, most brutal O-line they can get their hands on. Ooh. Okay, yeah, interesting take. And I think there's definitely a good perspective there. When you think about it, of the first domino to fall, as I like to say, is Stafford's contract, right? And yeah, I think you definitely have something there where like the quarterback makes the most amount of money on the team. It's the hardest position in all of pro sports. There's a reason why quarterbacks get paid so much money, and right now Stafford would be considered underpaid with the way that quarterback contracts have escalated the past couple of years. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. The part in the second paragraph there, hoping Stafford realizes how wealthy he already is. I don't know if Stafford's gonna be trying to get like Dak kind of money, right? With that in mind, I don't think that we necessarily have to criticize an athlete for respecting the value, even though Stafford has made a lot of money, right? Like he's there, but there is kind of the aspect of he's putting his life on the line. He's putting his body on the line. He going through an off season, through training camp, and everything. And I know a lot of people, it's easy for us to criticize that because there are so many people that would be like, man, I would love the opportunity to play in the NFL and I'll never get that chance. And he has it. But when you get a veteran quarterback like Stafford, right, it's got to be worth his time, right? It's got to be worth doing what he loves to do to do it. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for sure. But thanks for the comment. Bradley saying, what's Bradley saying? Bradley James 5130. Matt, because we don't have a good backup for him. Yeah, Jimmy G looked all right. He looked all right. That's all I have to say about that. And not too much out there better than him. P.S. we need him to keep Kupp. 2, we not good up out 9 and dime and go Rams. Yeah, I ideally they find a way to keep Stafford and Kupp for sure, and they got some cap space to play around with it. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But thanks for the comment, Bradley. Appreciate you on your comment. The Alex Zorba, don't like that. If they don't have a left tackle every play, will be like the last 2 against the Eagles. Stafford's contract won't matter. Yeah, having a good left tackle is so important, right? And I'm thankful that AJ Jackson has developed into a starting left tackle, right? Like if he hits the open market, he is going to get a ton of money, right? Like he's going to get a ton of money either way, whether he's with the Rams or not. Everything that we've heard from AJ Jackson, not that we hear from him a ton, would lead me to believe he wants to stay with the Rams. And yeah, I think it's probably not being talked about enough that our left tackle is not under contract right now. He was an undrafted free agent. He's developed with the Rams. I hope he wants to stay with the Rams, and I hope he's the Rams left tackle for years to come. That's what I'll say about that. But thank you for the comment. Giannis. Oh, there's a comment under yours too. Oh, it's from Giannis also. Okay, well, I'll read both of these, but we'll start with the one that you did first. I like them both. To be honest, I could care less about Kupp. Oh, okay. It's coming in hot here. Okay. We don't even throw him the ball anymore, so why should I worry about him leaving? Whether he goes, I will root for him and that team, and it doesn't matter to me if we trade him. But Les Snead has awful history of always getting shorthanded in trades. Oh, yeah, you're not looking for the old 7th and 6th round conditional pick swaps to package a player out to save some money. And he continues, I would not be shocked if Kupp gets traded for a 5th round pick. I'm not even kidding. Les Snead gets me very mad with the trades he does, especially the Ramsey one. Well, we got a 3rd round pick for Ramsey and Hunter Long, right? Anyway, Giannis, thank you so much for the comments as always. That's an interesting take. I'm just processing this here. Okay. So first off, the comment of I could care less about Kupp. Cooper Kupp is one of my favorite Rams players of all time. He is such a class act on and off the field. I think regardless of if he is a Ram or not a Ram, he will be professional through this entire thing. That's something I appreciate about him. And for the comment of we don't even throw him the ball anymore, again, that comes back to McVay. That comes back to play calling. That comes back to what is the defense giving Stafford to throw the ball. So, yeah, there's that element to it for sure. I've heard the Rams fan hot take of Cooper Kupp needs to retire and just become a wide receivers coach for the Rams. I don't see that happening. He's made it clear he wants to keep playing. He's only like 31, which I know people are like, oh, he's over 30. He's a grandpa in the NFL, playing wide receiver. But I think Cooper Kupp still has some good ball left in him. And I hope he's back with the Rams. And if he's traded for a late round pick, I will be disappointed. I will be definitely disappointed. But it wouldn't surprise me. I think you're right, Giannis, just because we know it would be a cap move. And I kind of think there's more of a chance he would get cut as opposed to getting traded. But who knows? Who knows, right? Anyway, Old Man Ghost 219 says, not worried. I learned long ago not to pay attention until the team is complete for next season. It's better for my ulcers. Okay, fair enough. Fair comment. Yeah, you know what? If the Rams roster building is bringing stress into your life, yeah, that's probably a good way to go. Yeah, we don't need any more ulcers. No stress, right? Too blessed to be stressed. Thank you for the comment. Nifty takedown 2276. Nifty. I think Stafford is coming back. Sources say he will if he can get a contract. I think there's no way the Rams let Kyren leave. Not this year. He's still under contract for one more year, but he'll be looking for an extension, right? The one that makes me nervous is Kupp, as there are reports that he's not playing with the Rams anymore. Kupp was my first NFL jersey, and I'd love to see him retire as a Ram. Me too, Nifty. I get that comment. I feel that. The business side of football, it's not fun. Like, it's interesting, but it's not fun, if that makes sense. We get so invested in the story of the Rams and the story of our favorite football team that, when we see them go through these contract negotiations, and sometimes we forget they're real people, and you have the management of the Rams that need to respect what's best in the interest of the Rams, but then you also have the player who needs to do what's in best interest of the player. And if those things don't match up, well, that can be really tough. But great comment. Thanks, Nifty. All right, Joe St. Louis 69 says, I'm hoping Kupp stays. Me too. Definitely me too. Rams fan 709, Jonah Jackson and Kobe Parkinson's get those two out of the building. What a waste of money. Okay, so not even anything to do with the poll. Just coming in hot with a comment. That's totally cool. That's just me reacting to the comments. Okay. I'm going to politely disagree with you about Jonah Jackson. My reason why for Jonah Jackson is he got the big money contract last year, still under contract. I was talking with Sheriff Joe Bags and Rams House about this in offline, that for years the Rams let Joe Noteboom sit as kind of a swing tackle and a backup with a big money contract, even though he renegotiated. I don't see Jonah Jackson renegotiating after 1 year after getting that contract. I don't see a scenario where he's cut. His play was not to the level of he doesn't deserve to be on a football field. He was injured, and then when the reality is he got beat out by Bo Limmer at the center position, right? And I was always of the mindset of he got brought in to be the left guard. And then there was, at the beginning of the year, all the injuries to the O-line, and he got moved to center. And that was kind of a surprise. So I think there's one, because of his play in Detroit and just how last year went down, and because of his contract, and the Rams aren't super up against the cap right now, I think there's room for grace there and letting Jonah Jackson be, on the team. I don't know if he's going to be a starter, but even having a good, reliable backup, for the interior line is important. So I'm not ready to say that. Colby Parkinson, though, is interesting because you got Tyler Higbee, who's a higher paid tight end. Colby Parkinson, one of the higher paid tight ends. You're going to be possibly losing Hunter Long. Yeah, because Hunter Long is a free agent. Davis Allen's still there. Yeah, I could see a scenario where, you know what? Let me look that up. I'm curious now. Colby Parkinson contract. Let me just look this up here. Okay. Okay, so Colby Parkinson's contract here, he's going to be 26 in 2025. His dead cap hit, there's that over 6 million, over 6.5 million. Yeah, I'm going to say he's not going anywhere. I think they like him in that room. He's got that 9 million cap hit, but if you cut him or trade. Yeah, so I don't see a scenario where Kobe Parkinson is traded or cut. I think they say there's a potential out here after 2 years. That I think is more likely. But yeah, no, I think I may not like it, but I think Kobe Parkinson is here. All right, back to the comments here. So Fred just saying, "Go Rams, go Fred, go Rams." Yes, love it. John Brown says pretty much all in the same order, but no real worries. Okay, John's not too worried. He's not too worried. At Lika 98, oh, cool Firecat. Bro, okay, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Oh, look at that profile pic. That's cool. That's cool. Kupp has to take a team-friendly deal and stay. You know what? It'd be fun, and I would love to see that. There's two things. The way that pro sports seem to go nowadays, it seems less and less that that's the norm. But also, Kupp has an agent, right? If I was in Kupp's position, I would want to let my agent do their job, right? And I just think it's important, like, to hold players into like the hometown discount standard. I don't think it's fair. I think when it happens, you just have to be really excited about it, because I think it's so rare. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Kupp. I really think that there's rumors out there about Kupp that aren't true in regards to him not playing with the Rams. I think that Cooper Kupp's agents and Cooper Kupp are going to have their chats. And then also his wife, Anna, because he's really connected with his wife, which is really awesome. And then the Rams are going to have their chats, and then they're going to chat. And then out of that will come some results, right? Resolutions. But we got Cool Bro at Darth Drigar is saying, I'm really praying Kupp stays a Ram forever. And they got a response here from Marcus Steele 893, like that too, saying, I am with you 100%. Kupp will be more challenging than Stafford because they need Stafford more than Kupp. However, Kupp brings that unknown factor to the offense, still has good hands and moves to get open. Shorter routes are best, plus he blocks well. He does need to take less money. Don't think another team will pay him what he may be asking. I hope he remains a Ram until he retires like AD. Just my opinion. Yeah, thank you for sharing, and appreciate the comments for both you gentlemen. And I am cautiously optimistic that they find some sort of thing to work out with Cooper Kupp. But yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, just kind of what we've been talking about in regards to Cooper Kupp. All right, Robert Newell 4054 saying, trust in the process, coach. Trust in the process. Horns up, Ramley. Horns up. 57 year and counting. Let's go, Robert. Let's go. Celebrate your fandom. That's awesome. Thanks for the comment. Oh, look at this. Our final comment here from Grandizer at Drew Star saying, all of the above, each is so pivotal. Kyren has cemented himself as a durable, tough, all-you-can-do running back. Kupp has been the face of the Rams for years. However, the Rams do have his replacement in Puka Nacua. So the engine that drives it all, and there is no one on the Rams roster who can take his place. AJ Jackson could get the bank anywhere else, but what he has done with the Rams is solid work. He's not Andrew Whitworth, but he is durable. I'd say above average. Yeah, that's fair. I'd agree. I'd agree with that. Peo, will you drop a vid and explain how each of their contracts, possible contracts, and what it means for the Rams? Who'd you sign and who'd you let walk? Well, you know what, Grandizer? I appreciate the comment. I'm going to do that right now in this video. So let's actually do that. I did that for Kobe Parks. Let's do this. So we're going to do Stafford first. Okay, let me just give this up here. Again, appreciate all of you guys with all the great comments here. Let's see. All right, so this is overthecap.com here. We'll take a look at just kind of the general overview of each contract that we're talking about here. So again, Stafford, Kupp, Williams, and A.J. Jackson. So Stafford, and this is for the 2025 season here. His base salary is $23 million. The signing bonus there, just over $16 million. He's got the guarantees of $4 million. And so his cap number would be $49 million, just under $50 million. However, only $4 million of that is guaranteed, right? So he has like no injury guarantee or anything like that. I do not see a scenario where Stafford accepts playing at that rate, right? And that's why he's in a contract negotiation right now. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm really curious, like, do they do the Aaron Donald type of thing where they just give him a raise but don't extend him? Or do they give him some sort of contract extension, right? So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But Stafford's contract, I don't think it's complicated. For playing quarterback in the NFL, he's not going to play for that amount of money, right? Like he's not Brock Purdy, right? He's not some 7th round rookie quarterback, right? He is a proven veteran quarterback who's still been playing at a very high level. He took his team 14 yards away from going to the NFC title game this year. Who knows what could have happened after that? So yeah, got something in my eye here. I don't see it being too complicated other than Stafford's got to renegotiate a contract, and that likely will be the first domino to fall. Cooper Kupp. So Cooper Kupp's base salary is $12.5 million. And then if we go, his roster bonus is $7.5 million. He's got a guaranteed salary of $5 million. And the cap number would be $29 million and just over $29 million. So here's why it's more interesting here. Okay, so if Cooper Kupp were to get cut, there's a pretty significant dead cap hit, but there is over $7.5 million in savings. If he were to get now that's pre. So if he got cut post June 1st, now that I see this, that's not even going to be a scenario. If he gets cut, it would be cut this way. And we'll talk about the trade too. But anyway, if he got cut, there would be a $15 million in saving. There'd still be a dead cap hit, but that $15 million in savings, you can do a lot with that. So if he were to get cut, it'd be a post June 1st designation. So that's something to consider. But there's definitely some savings there. If he were to get traded, so I get pre-June, there's just over $12 million in savings, still a dead cap hit. That's significantly lower though than just cutting him pre-June. But I think if he were to get cut or traded, it would be hopefully post-June. If he gets traded post-June, well, then you get your $20 million in savings and your 9.7. Ooh, yeah, okay. So, okay, I didn't think. Okay, now that I'm looking at the numbers, my reaction is so Cooper Kupp's renegotiation his contract, or he likely is going to get traded. I'm just realizing that now. Okay, that's fair. This again, restructuring. It'll be curious to see. I don't know how good this tool over the cap is for a restructure because of how that negotiation would go. But obviously, you don't have the dead money hit with that on your cap. But it looks like there is some pretty significant savings if Kupp were to restructure. And if he were to get extended, maybe. That would probably be the most interesting thing to me is if they sign Cooper Kupp for less money per year, but extend him by 1 or 2 years. That would be cool because then it's like, okay, Kupp is finishing his career as a Ram. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Then we're going to Kyren Williams here. So he's still on his rookie contract, and he has one more year, and it's the final year of his deal. He has no guaranteed money on it. Oh, you know what? That makes Kyren's contract negotiation that much more interesting and important. Because Kyren Williams for no guaranteed money at the running back position. He still has the base salary of just over 5.2 million. But yeah, I see why Kyren Williams would want a contract extension with no guaranteed money left on his deal. If they were to cut, they're not going to cut Kyren, but there obviously be a lot of same, but they're not going to cut him. So let's say he got traded. It's the same amount. Yeah, so because there's only 1 year left on his deal, and it's his rookie contract. So we'll see what happens with Kyren Williams. His numbers are harder to determine just because I think the running back market as a whole is tough to determine. Like if we look up, let me just see top paid NFL running backs. Yeah, so you got who's getting paid a lot of money here. I'm just looking this up quick. You got Christian McCaffrey at $19 million a year, Jonathan Taylor $14 million a year, Saquon Barkley $12 million, Alvin Kamara just over $12 million, Josh Jacobs $12 million, Joe Mixon just over $9.8 million, James Conner $9.5 million. Like I feel like if Kyren were to get a contract, he'd maybe somewhere be in that $9 to $12 million a year range, just judging by other running back contracts that are on the market. Now Kyren is younger than all these guys though. Like Chuba Hubbard, you know what? That might be an interesting comparison. Chuba Hubbard, the running back for the Panthers, he's the same age as Kyren, 26, and he got a contract averaging $8.3 million a year. Now I think Kyren is a better player than Chuba Hubbard, so I think he'll earn more than Hubbard would. Anyway, that's interesting to see. And Hubbard just signed a contract last year. He signed with the Panthers through 2029. And so, okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. And as we said, for A.J. Jackson here, you know what? Let me pause here 1 second. All right, and for A.J. Jackson, we're going to look at the left tackle contracts there. Because, again, right now, he's a free agent, right? And if the Rams were to franchise tag him, I don't think he'd like that. And I don't think the Rams want that either because that would be, I think, an average of the top, like 5 of the position or something like that. You guys can correct me in the comments if you remember how the tag works. But let's look at this here. Okay, so for the total value of the contracts here. So Trent Williams, he's 37, $82 million total value. He's averaging 27 a year, right? You got with the Vikings, $26 million, Tunsil, $25 million, Andrew Thomas, $23 million, Jordan Melissa. Okay, so A.J. Jackson's getting over $22 million. I'm not sure about other left tackle contract negotiations going on around the NFL, but I fully expect A.J. Jackson to get top tier tackle money. Just because of the bartering power he had. He will never, at any point in his life, have more bartering power than A.J. Jackson has right now. And I fully expect him to try and get the bank. He's going to get the bank, right? And so it'll be interesting to see how much guaranteed money he has. But it is not crazy for him to go after these bigger contracts valued at $117.5 million. I can totally see that. And again, we don't know exactly what he'll command because it is contract negotiation. He was an undrafted rookie free agent. He's developed into a starting caliber, and I'd agree what Grandizer said, above average tackle. So those are my thoughts. That's going to do it for me in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate everyone asking their questions and putting their comments and their opinions and their hot takes in the poll. This was a lot of fun to make. If you guys like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do more of these. As always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo!